LaNorris Sellers from South Florence High School. Congratulations for being in the BeABridgeBuilder Excellence Award nominations. You're in the top 10 in the state of South Carolina for being excellent, not only on the field, but in the classroom and in your community. So congratulations and welcome to the South Carolina Football Hall of Fame family.
Thank you.
So how does it feel being in this class?
It's special. Just all the hard work and stuff, it just like pays off. Everything you do is for a reason. That's what I believe. So all the work I put in and stuff, I feel like this is just a product of that.
Are you having fun?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. I mean, what position do you play?
I play quarterback.
All right. And so as a quarterback, what is it that you like the best about playing that position?
I feel like just being able to rally the team, have everybody be able to like trust you and stuff. Like if something goes bad, they can look at you and you're not down about it. You're just like next play mentality, next play mentality. Just like I said, just being able to rally the team, everybody behind you.
So you like being a leader, leading everybody to success.
Yes, sir.
That's fantastic. Well, you're doing a fantastic job at it. And let me ask you this. When you think about the word excellence, what comes to mind?
Exceeding expectations is what comes to mind when I think of excellence.
Exceeding expectations. Wow, that's good. You're good. So tell us, how do you exceed expectations in your world? How do you perform with excellence?
Just really being confident in yourself and putting in the extra work. I've always been like that, just like want to learn more, take more time in it to make sure I actually get it and master it for when I'm needed. That's
good. So, we call you and your fellow brethren here in this group, we call you proteges of Levon Kirkland. We're very proud of Levon Kirkland here. He's a South Carolina football player that's done very well, great leader like you, so you're a protege, but you also have other proteges that are coming up looking at LaNorris Sellers, and they say, hey, LaNorris, how do we be successful? So let's say that there's somebody coming to South Florence High School. They're a freshman next year. What advice would you give them to put them on that path to success?
Don't be afraid to make mistakes is what I would say. Because if you make mistakes, you can only learn from them so they can help you. And also, to whatever they do, to always have fun doing it. Because if you're having fun, that means you're enjoying it. If you're not enjoying it, then there's really no point in doing it. So you just need to have fun and don't be afraid to make mistakes.
That's good. That's good advice right there. And of course, we at the South Carolina Football Hall of Fame, we believe in role models and mentoring and helping show the way to others. Was there somebody in your life that sort of mentored and helped show you the way?
I had a couple people. I'll say my parents, firstly, and then my quarterback trainer, Ramon Robinson, and then South Florence head coach, Drew Marlowe.
Great. Sounds like you had some great mentors in your life. And let me ask you this. So speaking of Levon Kirkland, he's been down the track. I imagine you've got some goals that might be similar to his. He played on the defense. Of course, used to crush him as a linebacker. But that being said, he's a great leader. He's been a great role model for me. What question might you have for Levon? Go ahead and ask Levon. What would you like to know?
I would like to know, like, the biggest difference between the transition for him from college to high school, because he was here, he went to Clemson, and then his transition just from the NFL, like how much faster was it? How much in-depth was the playbook? Just the little things about that.
Mr. Sellers, that's a great question. This is what I believe. When you go to college, you're going to realize that there are a lot of good athletes. You're not the only one. And I realized that quickly, that guys were stronger, bigger, more savvy than I was as far as football is concerned. But I didn't let that get me down. I understood and I watched carefully and said, okay, I just need to really work hard and develop my game. And so that's what I did from that freshman year I got redshirted. So from that redshirted year to that freshman year, I just really kind of soaked in the work that needs to be done. I knew that I had to get stronger. That was a part of it. I knew that I had to understand what we were doing as far as the plays were concerned, the defense was concerned. And the one thing that I realized is that when God gives you a gift or he gives you an assignment, that doesn't matter where you come from, no matter if you come from 1A or whatever, you're there to do that. And that's what I realized when I was in college, that, you know, I was just as good as these other guys. So I just had to make sure that I show up every day and be very consistent and be very good at it. When I went to the NFL, same thing. It was just even more so. I mean, even the offensive linemen, they were fast, they were good. Everybody was so good at the NFL level. It makes you pause and it's like, boy, I still have a lot of work to do. I still need to develop. And I think that's really always the key, is when you go into a new situation, it's all about making sure you're open your mind or have a growth mindset that you can get better, that you're not exactly where you want to be as a player, as a human being, and you can improve on that. You can grow on that. And I think that was the biggest thing, that with every transition from high school to college to the NFL, it's about really growing. It's really about opening your mind up to new concepts, open up your mind to what your coaches have to teach you, what other people may have to teach you, and be able to take the good and maximize on that. And that's what I did. I just took the good and maximized on that, and wasn't afraid to develop and wasn't afraid to ask questions on how I get better and be able to practice. I can give you an example of when I was in the NFL. I used to practice my little steps, you know, when the plays start. And there wasn't nobody out there. I was just kind of visualizing it. And I would just visualize a running back going to my left, going to my right, or they're dropping back. And that was one way I developed. I took some extra time to get better. I also asked, you know, questions. When I was in college, I asked Gene Chizik, how do I get better as a player? You know, I played the year before. I was making plays, but I was making mistakes as well. And I just sat back and I asked, how can I get better? Can you show me how to get better? So I think it's all about being able to accept growth and having a growth mindset and being able to develop what you're not. Because when you go in, you're not going to have all the answers. You may not be quite ready for the level, but you can grow. So give yourself enough room to develop as a person, both body, mind, and spiritually. And I think if you do that, then you're going to be fine. Is
there anybody that you want to thank so far for your success?
Just really my family, all my coaches, Ramon. And I want to thank y'all for the opportunity as well.
Well, you're very welcome, LaNorris, and we're very proud of you and the rest of the group here that are really doing it right on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. I mean, you guys are the Bridge Builder Excellence nominees for this 2023 year, and you're part of our family. We are going to be looking to you. We want to support you. We're educating, celebrating, and recognizing and encouraging excellence.